You think you've won, don't you? That your words, your games, your petty attempts at control have any power over me. But let me tell you something about me, something you clearly underestimated. I don't play in the mud with people like you. I don't waste my breath screaming at walls or proving myself to someone who thrives on chaos. Because I'm not like you. You feed on attention, on drama, on the reaction. But I don't give what I don't owe. You think silence is weakness. You think by ignoring you I've given up. But let me ask you this. Have you ever stood in front of a predator before it strikes? It's calm, quiet, every breath measured, every move deliberate. That's where I am right now. And you? You're just another fool thrashing in the water hoping to make me bleed. But let me make something clear. Silence isn't surrender. It's patience. It's strategy. It's the calm before the storm that you'll never see coming. You wanted my anger? Here it is, controlled, directed, dangerous. You wanted a reaction? You'll get one. But not now, not how you expect. When I strike, it will be final. No words, no warning, just consequences. So go ahead, shout louder. Spin your web of lies, stir up the storm. Because every word you throw my way is a weight that drags you down, not me. You'll drown in the very chaos you created. And when you finally look up, desperate for help, you'll see nothing but silence staring back at you. The best response is no response. Because while you waste yourself on revenge, I've already won, and I won't even give you the satisfaction of knowing it. You see, real strength isn't about revenge. It's not about lashing out or proving a point. Real strength is in restraint, in knowing you have the power to destroy, but choosing instead to create. And that's what terrifies you, isn't it? The fact that you can't control me, that no matter how much you scream, no matter how much you plot and scheme, you can't move me. I'm not a pawn in your game. I'm the one standing at the edge of the board, watching, waiting, deciding when and if I'll play. But don't mistake this silence for mercy. This isn't forgiveness. This isn't me turning the other cheek. This is me choosing to take the higher path. Not for you, but for myself. Because I refuse to let you drag me into your chaos. And yet, you'll feel it. You'll feel the weight of what you've done, not because I'll scream it at you, not because I'll fight you, but because one day you'll look around and realize something. You lost, not because I beat you, not because I outplayed you, but because you wasted yourself on something you could never win. You lost because while you were consumed with breaking me, I was busy building something you couldn't touch, something you couldn't understand. And when you're left standing in the wreckage of your own making, when the dust settles and you're finally forced to confront the emptiness you've created, you'll realize that the greatest revenge isn't anger. It isn't violence. It isn't even silence. It's success. Success in rising above, in refusing to be pulled into the darkness, in proving without saying a word that no matter how hard you tried, you couldn't break me. So go ahead, scream louder, throw your punches. Waste your breath. Because while you're busy trying to tear me down, I'm over here building a life that your words, your actions, your very existence can't touch. And when I look back at this moment, at everything you've done, I won't feel anger. I won't feel pain. I'll feel nothing. Because you'll mean nothing. That's the thing about people like you. You thrive on attention, on drama, on the reaction. But I've learned something you never could. The most powerful response is no response. Because while you waste your life chasing revenge, I'm out here living mine, and that more than anything else, is the one thing you'll never be able to take from me. You think you've done it, don't you? You think you've torn me apart, that your lies, your schemes, your betrayal have left me broken, that I'm sitting here, lost in the ruins of what you've tried to destroy. You want to believe that I'm trembling, that I'm desperate, that I'm consumed by the need to fight back. But you've made one crucial mistake. You've underestimated me. You see, I don't respond like most people. I don't give my energy to those who try to take what they don't deserve. I don't waste my words on those who thrive on conflict. And I don't fight battles that don't matter. Let me tell you something about silence. Silence isn't weakness. Silence is the ultimate power. It's the calm before the storm. It's the space where plans are forged, where strength is built, and where the real work happens. While you're out there shouting, clawing, throwing everything you can to get a reaction out of me, I'm here. Silent, unmoved, watching, waiting. You think you've won because I haven't responded. You think my quietness means you've taken something from me. But let me make this clear. My silence isn't for you. It's for me. It's my weapon, my armor, my strategy. It's how I make sure that when I do act, it's not out of anger or impulse, it's out of purpose. You wanted chaos. You wanted me to sink to your level, to lash out, to get caught in the web of drama you spun so carefully. But here's what you don't understand. I don't live in chaos. I don't breathe it like you do. I don't need it to survive. I'm not like you. While you thrive on the noise, I find my strength in the stillness. While you waste yourself on schemes and lies, I build, I grow, I become. And every moment you spend trying to tear me down only makes me stronger. Every word you throw my way only sharpens my resolve. Do you know what it feels like to face a predator? To stand in the presence of something that could destroy you in an instant but doesn't, because it doesn't need to. That's what you're dealing with. I could respond. I could fight. I could tear you apart piece by piece, but I won't. Not because I can't, but because you're not worth it. You're not worth the energy, the time, the thought. And that's what terrifies you, isn't it? The realization that no matter how hard you try, you'll never have control over me. Control. That's what this has been about from the start, hasn't it? You wanted to own me, to manipulate me, to drag me into your games so you could feel like you had the upper hand. But control isn't about forcing someone to react. Control is about choosing when, where, and how to respond. And I choose silence. Not because I'm afraid, not because I'm weak, but because silence is power. Silence is knowing that I don't need to prove myself to you. Silence is watching you exhaust yourself, flailing against someone who refuses to fight back. Silence is the calm certainty that I'm above this, above you, above everything you represent.